Here are a few of the worst rich human beings. Number 9. Vorayuth Yoovidhya. Charges were recently dropped against Vorayuth Yoovidhya, heir to the Red Bull fortune, after a hit-and-run accident took a police officer's life in 2012. Yoovidhya, the grandson of Red Bull co-founder and the third richest man in Thailand, Chaleo Yoovidhaya, crashed his Ferrari into the man and fled the scene. Investigators found Yoovidhya and his damaged car in one of Bangkok's wealthiest areas. He was charged with speeding, fleeing the scene, and reckless driving. A blood test also revealed alcohol and narcotics in his blood at the time of the crime, but he was never arrested. Yoovidhya missed 8 court appearances, delaying the case several months. His lawyer stated that the alcohol content was due to stress, and the narcotics were from a recent dental procedure. Initially, Yoovidhya blamed the accident on his chauffeur, but after CCTV footage revealed that he was, in fact, behind the wheel, he admitted wrongdoing. He also paid the victim's family $100,000 so they wouldn't press additional charges. The Thai public, already frustrated by their government, was worried that this case would not be taken seriously due to Yoovidhaya's wealthy background. Police promised to do a proper investigation. 5 years passed and they never charged him after 5 years. Sadly, the statute of limitations expired for many of the crimes. In 2020, the police dropped all charges, stating new evidence and advice from the Attorney General. The Thai public was outraged and believed this was another example of rich people paying their way out of the justice system. Many people boycotted TCP Group, the company that owns Thai Red Bull, which responded by saying that Yoovidhya is not affiliated with the company. These dropped charges and public anger came at a time of economic and political tension in Thailand. Number 8. Jho Low. Jho Low is the Malaysian businessman and mastermind behind a financial scandal involving Wall Street, celebrities, offshore companies, and the Middle East. Money was stolen from One Malaysia Development Berhad, or 1MDB, and used to purchase land, boats, and Hollywood films. He also basically just wasted the money partying with celebrities and also buying gifts from models in hopes of dating them, such as a necklace from Miranda Kerr. 1MDB was intended to invest in ecotourism and green energy to create jobs for Malaysians. Low promised to fund his ventures through money from the Middle East and borrow from other countries. He also promised the Prime Minister to help fund his campaigns and pay off supporters. Prime Minister Najib Razak was arrested on charges of money laundering, criminal breach of trust, and abuse of power for his involvement. He pleaded not guilty. Low also maintained his innocence via a statement made on his website. Number 7. Brandon Davis. Heir to Davis Oil, a 20th Century Fox scion and infamous Hollywood socialite, Brandon "Greasy Bear" Davis has been known for his slew of immature behavior in the art scene. Known for being Paris Hilton's Hollywood nightclub accomplice and Lindsay Lohan's media nemesis, Davis is heir to a fortune with an obnoxious attitude to match. In 2007, Davis was sued by the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort in the Bahamas for bounced checks. In 2013, he got into a rift with another guest at the grand opening of the Museo Jumex in Mexico City. Those in attendance were members of high society and big names in the art world. The museum owns the largest contemporary art collection in Latin America. Grand opening celebrations included a lavish Saturday night party with over 1,000 guests. One partygoer reported seeing Davis hurling ice cubes near the dance floor. When one cube hit a wealthy Mexican man with armed security guards, he and his security detail confronted Davis. The confrontation turned physical until the two were forcefully separated. When asked about the incident later, Davis said it resolved itself. By 2015, his behavior hadn't changed. He received a DUI after drunkenly crashing his luxury car, despite owing $300,000 to the Wynn and Bellagio casinos in Las Vegas. Davis instead partied with models on mega yachts in Cannes. He was ordered to pay $9,000 per month until he settles the debt. Number 6. Akash Ambani. Akash Ambani is a wealthy tech mogul and the son of Mukesh Ambani, the richest man in India. Akash loves to post his escapades on Instagram, boasting about his obnoxious wealth. His do-it-for-the-gram attitude of reckless driving resulted in a car accident that injured 2 people in Mumbai. He was driving his custom Aston Martin at such incredible speed that when he hit the other car, an Audi driver by a college student, the Audi went over the highway divider and collided with an oncoming bus. Akash's car also hit another car with a pregnant passenger inside. Akash sprinted to one of the security vehicles driving behind him and fled the scene. It took 12 hours to gather eyewitness testimony. After 3 weeks, the police still didn't have a suspect. Eventually, in place of Akash, one of the family's trusted drivers, Bansalal Joshi, showed up at the police station to confess to the accident. He said he took the car for a test drive and crashed it, but something didn't seem right. At the time of the crash, there were 2 security details following the Aston Martin. 2 security vehicles would not be necessary for a chauffeur taking a car out on a test drive. Also, a chauffeur would not be allowed to drive an Aston Martin at over 100 kilometers per hour, especially if being followed by security. The Audi driver reported the Aston Martin driver as a young man, not an older male chauffeur. Police did not arrest Joshi because there were too many holes in the story. Akash has ties to mass media in India, and as a result, this car accident was not reported in the news. The accident details are still shady, and no charges have been filed. Just another example of the ultra-wealthy exploiting the justice system. Number 5. The Koch Brothers. Koch Industries is the second largest private company in the USA, with $115 billion in annual revenue. Brothers Charles and David Koch are worth more than $40 billion each. They have tremendous influence in politics and are known for funneling their money into the Republican Party in attempts to sway votes in Congress. Koch Industries produces a record number of toxic waste and is among the U.S.'s top 3 companies responsible for pollution. Koch Industries dumps more waste into American water than General Electric and International Paper combined. Under the direction of Charles Koch, the company has violated the Clean Air Act countless times, willing to pay hefty fines as long as they are less costly than eco-friendly procedures. When the OPEC oil embargo negatively affected profits in the 1970s, Koch Industries was caught overcharging Americans for crude oil. As a result, they had to pay over $20 million in rebates and price reductions. Youngest brother Bill Koch fought for control of Koch Industries, hoping to take the company public. Unsuccessful, Bill informed the FBI of Koch Industries' unethical practices, including stealing oil from Native American tribes. The FBI organized a sting and discovered that nearly a quarter of the company's crude oil profits came from this stolen oil. Koch Industries covered oil spills with forged maintenance records to avoid further scrutiny. From 1988 to 1996, the company spilled 11.6 million gallons of crude oil into the American waterways. They also dumped ammonia-laced wastewater into the Mississippi River. In 1996, an old Koch pipeline carrying butane, which is lighter fluid, ruptured in a creek bed and caused the truck to become engulfed in flames. 2 children passed away because of it. Though Koch Industries now boasts about its awards for health and safety, it's all for show. When oil prices tanked during the 2008 economic recession, Koch hoarded oil supplies to increase value. The company was also trading with U.S. enemies, even doing business with a company that supplied IEDs to insurgents in the Middle East. Koch continues to use its incredible fortune to bribe politicians to favor the rich and the fossil fuel industry. The planet gets sicker, and the Kochs get richer. Number 4. Li Gang. In 2010, Li Kuoming was driving drunk on a college campus in China when he fatally struck a 20-year-old female college student and critically injured another with his car. He tried to flee the scene and yelled, "Go ahead and sue me. My father is Li Gang." Li Gang was the local deputy police chief. Li Kuoming's spoiled attitude went viral on the internet and triggered outrage from the Chinese public, who are sick of the rich and powerful thinking they are above the law. Li Kuoming issued an apology, which the victims' families rejected. His father then tried to settle with the victim's family on behalf of his son out of court, but was unsuccessful. Li Kuoming pled guilty to drunk driving and manslaughter, but the family insists this still was not enough. Number 3. Param Sharma. Police arrested Param Sharma after catching him riding in the back seat of a driverless Tesla Model 3 while it drove itself down the highway. He posted a video on Instagram, one of many posts about his gold-collar life amid blue-collar peasants. California Highway Patrol arrested and charged him with 2 counts of reckless driving. Sharma has a history of flaunting his wealth on social media, posting photos of stacks of cash and sports cars costing upward of $500,000. He tries to create comedy through wealth, trolling celebrities and mocking the working class. In one of his infamous social media tirades, he posts multiple videos from the back seat of a driverless Tesla. In one video, he ironically reads about the arrest of two passengers caught relaxing in the back seat of their self-driving car. Consistent with the persona Sharma created online, he didn't seem bothered that his Tesla Model 3 could be taken away after the incident. He even suggested that he has enough money just to buy more Teslas. Though Tesla sells a package for self-driving vehicles, a person must sit in the driver's seat. This vehicle controls the car as it changes lanes, stops for traffic lights, stop signs, and enters and exits the highway. But test runs show inconsistent results, and the feature does not account for sudden changes. It is nowhere near flawless. Shortly after he was released from Santa Rita jail, Sharma arrived at an interview in the back seat of a driverless Tesla Model 3. Number 2. Eddie Davenport. Eddie Davenport, known as Lord Davenport or Fast Eddie, was found to be scamming several people by offering fake startup loans to desperate entrepreneurs. Victims were promised credit but needed to pay for background checks and vetting fees before receiving the loan. Davenport and his business partner stole £4.5 million and never gave out the loans they promised. In turn, Davenport lived a life of luxury, lavish trips, exclusive pool parties, expensive champagne, and royal guests. He was eventually convicted of conspiracy to defraud. In court, Davenport seemed unbothered, smirking at his sentencing and smiling at his 25-year-old Thai girlfriend as the court's decision was announced. His two associates admitted guilt, but Davenport maintained his innocence. That's only scratching the surface of the self-proclaimed Lord Davenport. Find out in detail how he ran his scams in this full-length video. Number 1. Gina Rinehart. Gina Rinehart is the heir to a mining company in Australia and earns about $600 per second. She faced backlash after posting on the Sydney Mining Club website that Australia needs to compete with the low manufacturing costs in other parts of the world, especially Africa, where some people work for $2 per day. The Prime Minister immediately rejected Rinehart's statement, saying that Australia stands for fair wages and workers' rights. Rinehart was in hot water before that, saying that people should spend more time working hard than resenting the rich. Rinehart is on the Forbes list for richest people and continues insulting working families, despite having her fortune handed to her on a silver platter. Click to watch one of these next videos, and let us know in the comments section what would you rather have. A higher consumption tax for things we buy, but no income tax? Or would you rather have higher income taxes, but no consumption taxes on anything we buy?